Okay, so we are starting round two. This time we have Crustacean Crusaders versus KPro is dead. So Watson and I both know these teams pretty well. I actually don't personally know KPro is dead, but he told me they were a pickup. And Crustacean Crusaders is a pretty established team. My team have scrimmed them quite a bit, so it'll be pretty interesting to see these two.
Yeah, I go back with a lot of these KPro's dead members for quite a while. Crustacean Crusaders played against them like twice, I think.
Yeah, and for game one, we will be seeing splat zones on Anchovy, so I personally like that map quite a bit. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, it's like... it's decent, I guess. I think there are better zones maps, but it's like... it's pretty good.
Yeah. So we are currently prepping. They're gonna get their comp set up, and then we'll see round two soon. But in the meantime, tell us a little bit about KPro's dead, because I personally don't know them.
So we've got two members from Collapsia, and we've got a free agent that used to be on Fluorescent, and I'm not sure who else.
My understanding of...
Yeah, I know Johnny and Calla quite well, though, and Isabel. So yeah, it should be a pretty good match to watch. What do you think we'll be seeing comp-wise?
Comp-wise, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Ali does play Charger, or some sort of backline. I could be totally wrong. I might be thinking of the wrong person, but...
I think you're right.
Okay, and yeah, otherwise Crusaders keeps it pretty safe with comps. We'll be seeing some more traditional weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question for KPro is dead. Will we be seeing a KPro?
That's a good question. I mean, assuming the name, probably not. I don't think any of them play KPro.
Yeah, I do believe.
Pretty sure Felix.
Crusaders might have one. Crusaders might have one.
Yeah.
And as the teams get ready to set up their comps, we are just waiting on one more. We will be starting round two, game one.
Just waiting on Ali.
And here we go.
Round two, game one. KPro is dead versus Crustacean Crusaders.
I'm interested to see what KPro said plays compared to Crusaders. So Crusaders going with a ballpoint. Looks like I was mistaken. Ali's not playing a backliner right now. And KPro is dead. Not playing KPro. Wow. Big surprise.
I'm shocked, honestly.
KPro's dead, really opting for a more passive approach. They all kind of went through right, and looks like it is starting to pay off. So now they have their specials ready, and they're pushing into the zone from Crusaders' right side. But looks like Crusaders did a good job identifying the issue and responding to it, because that was a 3-down situation there.
Crusaders pushing onto... oh, Billy's what just got picked.
Yeah, I think one of Crusaders' strengths is definitely pushing up a little bit more, but right now it's not working out too much for them. But I think compared to some other teams on low ink, I think that's a good skill to have. However, yeah, their anchor player doing a good job anchoring, identifying the flank, and stopping it. But right now, KPro's dead is trying to charge up their specials, go for picks now. This K-shot player, no, not K-shot, my bad. Oh yes, K-shot.
Yeah,
it's going for some good picks. And now they have the zone, so that was a good stop with 10 points remaining. And that gives us a nice penalty.
Cleared out that court, now they've got to apply the pressure. Trickling back in.
Crusaders doing a good job trying to stick together. Try to stay a little more passive. They have some more time to build up specials and claim the zone. With 3 down, good job on Crusaders and on clearing out the enemy team.
KPro's dead. We have one special. Oh, now they're even on specials.
Again, Crusaders very good at pushing up, but they did identify a flank, and that does bring them all back, which will give KPro's dead an opportunity to push up into their spawn a little bit more.
KPro's dead. Do have a lot of specials to work with. 3-on-3.
Crusaders doing a good job using the specials, getting some individual picks off, and that does leave people alone for easy picks. However, KPro's dead, kind of doing a 2v4 in the middle, but that does leave some of the Crusaders separated. Yeah, right now it's a little hard to tell who's got map control right now, but Crusaders does seem to take it.
KPro's dead will have to regroup. Crustacean Crusaders push back in.
That's why Crusaders, again, like, they just, like, they don't even give them an opportunity to regroup. And now they're all staggered, they're all alone, because Crusaders is so good at just trying to deny that sort of play style.
It's all about that constant pressure.
However, the missiles does take them all out. I think the ball point's really the only one keeping control zone, and that was a very clutch cap, because they did have 6 points remaining. Right now, KPro's dead has a great spot to take the victory right now. We'll see if Crusaders can build up specials, maybe just go for picks and exploit some playstyles here. And they are doing a good job regrouping. We are seeing a jet from Crusaders and a splashdown. 2 specials generally does a pretty good job at pushing the enemy back if it doesn't splat them.
Seems like Crusaders are going in for the push with 1 minute left.
And they do have the zone with some penalty going down, but KPro's dead does take back the zone, hopefully.
Okay, let's get
Yes,
some
they
pick.
do. We're seeing the scope player from KPro's dead kind of pushing up a little bit more. Hopefully can hopefully they are learning from Crusaders playstyle, and they are starting to push up a little bit more too. However, their Tetris player does go down, and that does leave the zone to Crustacean Crusaders.
Yeah, just clearing out their court.
Yeah, you can tell Crusaders definitely has their callouts locked in.
Yeah,
Lots
exactly.
of teammates are responding to threats. I think that's a really good skill to have.
With 5 seconds left. I don't think. Ooh,
Very close, but
it's very close.
good victory on Crusaders' part. But it was a pretty close game. I'm interested to see what the next map is. Let's take a look at the map list.
I believe it's TC Gobi.
Yes, TC Gobi. This one's a little weirder.
I've scrimmed the first 5 maps over and over for the last 2 weeks. So I know the first 5. Apart.
Oh yeah. So, you know, tower controls compared to zone is already different enough, but switching to Gobi Arena, I think it's a totally different map because it's just so close quarters. Once you start riding the tower and going into the enemy spawn, it just gets so cramped. But in mid, it's so open, so like you have to be able to switch your playstyle
Yeah, exactly.
like mid game, which is very tough. It's easier said than done.
Honestly, any mode on Gobi.
Oh, yeah.
Just be like that.
It's a very weird map. It's a little hard to explain, but like people who play on it, like they know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
One of the more difficult maps in the map pool, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure.
To play on at like a team level.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think we'll be seeing on this map?
I think Crusaders, with their playstyle of like pushing up as far as they can to like stop the enemy, I think we could see something pretty similar as to what they had on zones, which is generally something I normally don't say because like most people just switch their comps totally. But I could see Crusaders running something similar.
Yeah.
But I will see. I do expect something different from KPro's dead, maybe.
Yeah.
They did have a charger. I don't know if that charger is like dedicated to the weapon. Maybe they could switch to like Splatling or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Don't know much about the charger.
Yeah, we'll have to see because game 2 is starting right now. It looks like we are seeing some Glugos and
Glugga Decos.
oh, 2 Glugos on
I like
both
it.
sides. Very
like it.
interesting. Yeah, this is Tetris and Glugos on both sides of the team, and Crusaders opting for no backline, which is interesting in the sense that mid is so open and that charger player has free reign. But once Crusaders can get a push, I think that will be a very strong
Absolutely.
option.
Play around that charger.
However, it is starting to show with KPro's dead starting to push up, but they aren't identifying a flank behind them, so that is going to take out one.
Yeah, I've armor. Looks like KPro's dead is getting picked off one by one.
Yeah, Crusaders doing a really good job trying to like 2v1s, force 2v1s. Definitely one of the most like important things to do in comp Splatoon. That charger is all left alone. Does get a kill, but he does fall while he's at it. Very even game, surprisingly. Comps are similar, but like again, KPro's dead has the backliner, Crusaders doesn't, so I'm surprised to see how close this is so far.
See, on paper they do have the range advantage.
Yeah.
Just about the execution.
I think this is Crusaders' opportunity to push. Though they only have one special ready so far, but yeah, 3 down on KPro's dead part. One of them is coming back from spawn, but he does have a ray coming out, which will stop the tower for a little bit more before they can hit that checkpoint.
Johnny on the key machine gets one there. Try and push back into mid.
They didn't quite push up as fast, and now Crustacean Crusaders is back in mid with plenty of turf to move around. But so far, we're at another stalemate. KPro's dead has an opportunity to push a little bit. I think they're a little scared with the 3 left.
Yeah. Especially with the range advantage, I feel like they could go for it.
Yeah, for sure. They could have started pushing a little bit there, but now I think Crusaders, okay, again, forcing 2v1s, they are sticking together a little bit. However, right now, I think they need to go on the tower, which they are, so. And with a ray, I believe they're just waiting for the ray. They do have that.
Possibly, yeah. That is an advantage on tower control as well, having the ray. So it's
Very good job on the Tetris part on KPro's dead side. Going for a triple.
Gets a triple.
Very good, but they need to get on the tower right now because
they need to get that goal.
They're going to be back because spawn's a little closer than you think.
They'll need a good grasp on that, on those stands if they want a chance to push it past.
Crusaders going for more of a pinch to stop them. They got multiple people coming from all directions. We'll see if it can work and if KPro's dead can identify that kind of play style. And looks like they are. That did stop that push so far. However, they're looking to still be going. Maybe not the wisest choice. That charger's still there though. Hopefully he can back up and provide jumps, but he does fall.
Just pick after pick for Crustacean Crusaders.
Yeah, for sure. They're definitely taking advantage of that playstyle that KPro's deads have.
I think it might be wise just to group up at this point. Just seems that way.
See a ray. Yeah, so far this match has been a little close. KPro's dead has the lead by a little bit, but I think Crusaders easily take it. Ooh, very good bomb.
Nice.
Does get a wipe. I think KPro's dead could just get their lead a little bit more. And look at the points. I didn't realize how close that was. They were really close to getting a lead. With 1 minute left on the clock, I think Crusaders just needs to recuperate, get their specials, and it's really not that far of a push, so I think something could still happen.
Absolutely. Oof, splashdown cancel there. What's that?
Especially right now. This sniper is changing the tides, jumping out, gonna get the ray. I see it happening. but he's got to get it quickly because that tower is really close to getting the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be about farming that raid for the last 20 seconds. He brings it
Oh
out.
no, that might be
A
it.
bit early though.
Yeah,
I think-
Crusaders has plenty of plenty of players to get on that tower.
Yeah,
We'll secure them the lead for the last 15 seconds.
the Tetras.
I don't
Just
want to
let
say it's
them in
impossible. Oh yeah, but I don't want to say it's impossible. KPro is dead, 2 down, no specials. It might be a little risky to be riding the tower right now. It doesn't quite get on it in time.
Unfortunate for KPro's dead. I think that was a really close round though compared to the last one. A lot closer.
Oh, for sure. It's until like the last 30 seconds, and even then it was still pretty close. So good job on Crusaders' parts. And we will be moving on to game 3. Even though it's a 2-0 situation, we do play all 3 for Swiss.
Can KPro's dead make this a 2-on-1? So 2-1, yeah.
Yeah,
2-1.
even if it was a 2-1, that does support them in the Swiss points.
Yeah,
I actually don't know what they're called, but that does put their ranking higher. So we'll see if they can do it for the next map on Rainmaker Humpback Hump Track. This one, I have mixed feelings on. I dislike this map, but like on Rainmaker, it's kind of okay. I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about it.
I mean,
but-
if I had to play this map, I'd choose Rainmaker.
Oh,
But-
well, yeah, I guess.
But then again, do I really want to play on this map?
You get. But I think, like, really, what you want to do with this map is so open. It's so like hard to stay coordinated on it.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
even I personally have trouble like calling out and responding to calls just because it's like so just wide open. And I think the Rainmaker has a lot of choke points, so once you get past one of the choke points, that kind of secures the lead for you. So it'll be interesting to see what each team does to overcome these issues.
I think we'll probably see the more common route of going right, but you never know, they could go left.
Yeah, for sure.
Depending on the situation.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see if Crusaders brings out the backliner again, because they did play it in game 1, but they did remove it in game 2. So we'll see. And KPro's dead, opting for a more close-range, turf-oriented comp, while Crusaders going very aggressive.
Oh, for sure.
For
Yeah, no.
sure. That gets them the pop immediately. However, that backliner is still there. Ali going in, maybe distracting him a little bit. I think that's a good play style because that did get the kill on the backliner. You can tell their communication was key there because Ali was distracting, probably called it out, and one went in for the kill. So, good job.
This is why it's like playing in a team setting is so much different to say playing solo queue or something. It's just about like that team synergy. You can tell these people have been playing together for a while.
And like I said, with the choke points, they're already at 41 points around that corner, and that's pretty hard to get around. So even like 1 minute in, that might be it for Crusaders if they can just defend for the rest of the game. And Crusaders doing a good job intimidating the Rainmaker carrier, pushing him back a little bit.
Backed them all the way up back to that choke point.
For sure.
got
Looks
two
like
now.
they're gonna go in. No specials ready, but I think they could just go in. Okay, have a jet.
Might be a bit
Just in
risky.
time. I think for as long as you're pushing the enemy team, even if you're getting wiped like they did now, like that's time they don't have the Rainmakers, so and it is putting it in an awkward spot for them. However, KPro's dead, taking advantage of that situation and taking back mid. Kind of pushing up a little bit. Maybe they're anticipating just grabbing the Rainmaker and taking it as far as they can.
Taking the trade. They do have the man advantage right now.
Very good pick off Ali. Ali's been quite a threat this game, we've seen, and very good triple. I think they're going to go left. I think that's the wise move. But, nope, looks like that's just
That's going on the
mistaken. Oh my
Guess-
goodness, that was an incredible kill nonetheless. That's still 2 down for Crustacean Crusaders. If they can just get those picks, looks like Ali's just going in. They got to stop him at that choke point, so like that's the play style right now.
Johnny goes down.
And they do get the lead. That's very crucial. I think we're going to see it. Not quite, but that's still 5 points remaining. That's incredibly hard to come back from.
It's going to take a lot for Crustacean Crusaders to get back from this. They need to start pushing almost straight away with their aggro comp. Need to...
For sure. Halfway through the map. Yeah, with 2 minutes remaining, about 2 minutes. I think Crusaders might need to switch up their playstyle a little bit. Ali was doing a good job staying aggressive, but I think some more of their teammates might need to just go in and like flank a little bit more.
Absolutely. It seems like KPro's dead. Playing a bit more composed, a bit calm. Pushing with the ball.
Yeah, especially with this map. 2 choke points left and right. It's very easy to defend on, so they put themselves in a very good situation.
Absolutely. They can play a lot more calmer now. Felix moving up slightly.
I think Felix is doing a good thing right now, keeping his special, kind of providing jumps for his teammates and just not dying. That's the last thing an anchor should do. So for as long as he's there, kind of keeping it in check, that's doing good for his team.
Isabel gets one.
Isabel really doing a good job. As I say, as Isabel dies, Commentators curse, but again, doing a really good job, like, just keeping up the pressure, doing a lot of flanks. It was kind of the reason they did get the lead, because Isabel did flank as they were moving in.
Yeah, that flank from Isabel, crucial to how this game has been so far.
Crusaders could take some notes. Maybe they could start flanking a little bit more, because right now Felix hasn't been looking behind him, just kind of looking to their left.
Yeah, absolutely. And left foot could destroy.
Yeah, his back turned, and right now they were set to push, but they did get the Rainmaker out, so that stopped it. Right now, Crusaders back blaster player was in a good spot, but KPro instead did identify that threat and took him out. With 30 seconds left on the clock, I think KPro's dead is in a very good position. Especially with that junior right there. He's going to keep the turf control in check. Has armor ready, so as soon as they pick that up, he's probably going to pop that.
Yep. You just got to stay calm with the armor and missiles. Crustacean Crusaders would know some specials to work off.
Probably going to pop it. They have multiple specials going off.
That's 2 down. That's practically game.
That's going to secure it. Good job on KPro's dead's part. And that will make it a 2-1 situation, giving the victory to Crustacean Crusaders, but that does help KPro's Dead's rankings in the Swiss bracket.
A good example of why we do play all 3.
For sure.
Because even when you've been 2-0'd, still a chance to get those points on the Swiss bracket.
And again, like I said earlier with that map's so open, so different. It's like, it's kind of weird. Like, one flank kind of turned it around, like I mentioned before. So good job on KPro's Dead's part for overcoming that team that was beating them with a pretty difficult map to play on.
Absolutely.
So,
interesting the backliner as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we're gonna prep for round 3, but until then, we're gonna take a short break, and we'll see you then.